I'd read him to him when he was sleeping at night. He always knew who the murderer was before I did. When I used to say the character's name who he thought was the murderer, he would yip just a little bit.
When did you discover your dog is dead?
Right after lunchtime. I had lunch with everyone else in the galley, and I came home with some of the T-bone steak bones for Fluffy here. That came in my corpse. There his lifeless body was on the ground. Smushed and bludgeoned and caved in, and he was such a beautiful dog. I got Fluffy after my son left my life.
So if I were to posit this scenario, you wanted to kill Mr. Caribbean, but in order to throw the authorities off your trail, you killed your own dog first. You left that weapon in the room. The real weapon has yet to be discovered. Of course, no one would believe that you would kill a poor, innocent schnauzer. Is there any truth to that, Commodore?
It would make for a fantastic novel, but I'm afraid the plot is too far-fetched to make any sense. You see, I would never kill Mr. Caribbean because I would never kill my own son.
Fatherless?
Yes. I had him when I was a young midshipman. We were anchored off the coast of Bolivia. His mother had just given birth to him, and I heard wonderful stories about the Bolivian orphanages.
Dad, when I grow up, I want to run all those ships out there.
Well, perhaps you will, son, perhaps you will, but you have to understand, son, I can't have you in my life anymore. Yes. I'm going to orphan you, son. Yes, here in Bolivia. Because I don't know how else to raise a man. You see, my father orphaned me. I was your age, and his father before him, and his father before him, stretching all the way back to the beginning, when God orphaned Adam.
Well, I'll hold on to your watch.
Sure, I can give it to you. It's not like it's my favorite watch or anything. I don't feel naked without it.
I'm gonna hold on to this, and I'm gonna know how to be a father.
Just never forget the proud lineage of your name. No matter what you do in life, you'll always be a Caribbean.
I detest our name. I'm gonna run from it, and I'm gonna be something unlike you, Dad.
And yet, even though he showed ire that day, he made you the sole beneficiary of the Caribbean fortune. Or were you not aware?
I was aware.
Yes.
He sent a telegraph to me. That's why I boarded the ship. We were supposed to both sign some documents together. That will no longer be happening, as he is dead.
Everything goes to you. You're a wealthy man, Commodore.
Yes, but without a son and a dog.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Keep up, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. Cassidy. Cassidy, hold on a second. You don't have to fix everything, okay? James will pick it up. I always drop the mic. It's cool. Cassidy, say, I know you're real observant. That's why you're so quiet. Do you think I'm a bad singer? Fine, don't answer. I know that I'm a good singer. But do you think that, I look any different lately?
Miss Star, your belly's bulging. That's why you can't fit into the neat clothes that I keep unpacking for you.
Cassidy, listen to me. I need you to order me some wrap dresses.
Wait,
They make you look a little thinner in the... Cassidy.
do you want me to make you some toast and some eggs?
What? Yes, that sounds good.
Lisa, there's a slight problem.
What's the problem? You said you love kids. It's a boy. Cool watch. What's wrong with you?
My dad left me at Olivia. Watch from him. I can't be a father.
It's okay that you stole this watch. You can still be a dad. Well, what do you want me to do?
How am I supposed to be a father when my father left me? That's in my blood. That's in me.
You need to take care of me, and you need to take care of
No,
what's in here.
we're getting rid of it.
What?
I will not have a child with you. I can't be a father.
You better stay away from me and take your damn watch.
Tell me, Jonathan.
There's no leaks on this part of the ship. I'll be checking the rest of
As I was saying, it's a very common error. Petronov and Petrovich had a schism many centuries ago. I shouldn't feel bad about it at all.
Does it trouble you that a man and a dog have died on this ship?
Well, yes.
Horribly beaten, both of them.
Death is always troubling.
Tell me, that black t-shirt you're wearing underneath your collared shirt.
Yes, what of it?
Was it in your stateroom when you arrived?
Well, yes. Lying neatly folded and pressed
Yes.
on my bed. As it is, whenever we have a similar port of call, Jacob and I. Yes, that's right, Sir Anthony. I knew Jacob. We were both worldly travelers, and our paths crossed many a time. We had many little games we would play with each other throughout. One of them was the black t-shirt game. It was like mischievous and merry. He always left me a black t-shirt. That was like his calling card, saying, "I'm here, find me."
It seems those t-shirts are being strewn about like little truffles on the bed pillow.
Oh yes, he's always been fascinated with
Popping
black
up everywhere, those t-shirts.
Yes, he has them specially made, custom tailored. They only fit him. This one is very bunching on me right now. I wanted to honor my friend's memory, so willing to bulge a bit.
Tell me, when was the last time you saw Mr. Caribbean alive?
Please call him Jacob when you're in my company. That is how I choose to remember my friend.
By his false name.
By the name he chose. He was a man of great character, a man of great virtue and integrity. He was a man that life saw fit to shift on, and he rose from that shit and rose like a phoenix, and he burned the shit away, and now we will not have the shit stain of his name upon the phoenix that is rising from the ashes of the shit.
When you last saw him alive?
That's what I'm getting to, don't you you get your...
I get that you're reluctant to tell me, and that makes you very suspicious.
I didn't think it was going to be the last time. It was that morning. The morning before. No.
It was in the bar, wasn't it?
Found your shirt. Oh, Bean. Why don't you put it on over the one you've got on right now?
It's like a glove.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
You always look so good at it, my friend.
Wherever did you find it?
It was folded up, pressed neatly on my bed.
No.
Was that not the one you left for me?
No. I had given all my black shirts to Cassidy, but who knows? She must have mixed it up.
You didn't know I was going to be on the ship then? You always leave me the shirt when you know I'm going to be. But if you didn't leave me the shirt, then...
Jonathan.
Jacob, my old boy, oh, what is going on? This is most peculiar behavior.
We know what happened last time you were on the ship.
I said I was sorry.
I told you I didn't want to see you again.
I thought you reciprocated my feelings. I read too much into it.
I told you if you came back on the ship, you would be asked to go.
I didn't know you were going to be on board. I thought when I saw the shirt that all had been forgiven, that we could go back to being friends and forget my indelicacies upon the last
I
one.
own the cruise line!
But you're not on every ship of the cruise line! This is the closest I can get to you is to board your ships!
You are spitting over my black shirt.
And what was it, that thing you had done the last time you were on the ship?
I told him I loved him.
What?
Yes, I love you, deeply and truly. You must feel the same. You always leave me shirts.
It was a funny thing we made in college.
It wasn't the only funny thing we made in college.
So let me get this straight. The last time you saw your friend,
Yes.
you told him you loved him.
Well, the second to last time I saw him. Second time, when I was on the ship.
Yes.
It was like a year ago. I saw him, I told him I loved him, he got upset, told me not to ever board one of his ships again. Then this time... he left me the shirt, only he didn't leave me the shirt. So I returned the shirt to him in the bar. He said, "What are you doing on my shirt?" I feel like I just explained all of it.
I'm so sorry. Am I interrupting?
Yes.
Jonathan.
That's the least of your indelicacies, Susie.
All right. I was gonna tell you that I found the croquet set, but it's the weirdest thing. One of the mallets is missing.
You still have a scar? You too. You too.
Brother and sister forever.
We'll always be together. But you cannot leave me your shirt in my room anymore. I took it away. I put it back in your room.
How else am I supposed to leave subtly hints that I want to be with you?
You cannot. I am finally. Keep Peter enough. He has money. He has given
I
me.
have money now.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought you were dead.
I am here.
You got the deck.
Hello, darling. We were just talking about the seagulls.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I assume you were just leaving.
Very interesting watch you have, sir.
Yes, my father gave it to me.
Yes, Fluffy. In the hallway.
Isabella? Who was that beautiful man?
He's just somebody I knew from my past. And that my future is here with you.
I have told you once, I have told you 1,000 times, you have no past.
No, I don't have a past. My future, my now, everything is here with you, Victor. And
Everything.
Please.
If I see you talk with another man, look at another man, smell another man, taste another man, I will.
That's my word.
I need more than your word.
What more can I give you?
Today is tomorrow.
Reminds me of my youth. Not playing croquet on a ship, but just playing the game itself.
I understand that, weirdly. Ned, Inspector, I'm going to call you Inspector while you hold the position there. I've often wondered, when you think of a plot to one of your books, do you start from the crime, then work your way backwards, or do you start from the beginning and work towards the crime?
It's a clever question, Commodore.
Yes. It's totally out of thin air, just trying to make conversation.
Your turn.
Yes. I'm afraid I don't know how to handle one of these very well.
Oh, is that?
Yes.
You see, Commodore, I like to first imagine why someone may wish another person dead. You know, it is very, very difficult to kill someone. We have a natural survival instinct. We will fight until our dying breath. And the sight of that fighting is usually enough to stop a murder from happening. But the person who murdered Mr. Caribbean, clearly not have the same social cognitive abilities that you and I have. That person they're a sociopath. And that's how I get into the mind of the killer. I imagine what it would be like to be a sociopath.
Interesting. Your shot.
I wonder where that other mallet is.
I wouldn't know. I would think the best place to hide something on a ship would be, well, in the crow's nest.
In the crow's nest.
Yes. If I were to hide something, I would hide something in the crow's nest.
Someone who went up to the crow's nest would be at great peril, for they could fall, or they could be pushed.
Yes, well, those who go to the crow's nest need to have worthy sea legs that don't shake under pressure.
And they should be looking behind their shoulders to make sure no one is crawling up the crow's nest behind them. Yeah.
What are you doing up here?
I might ask you the same question.
My wife, she don't love me. My company is ruined. And beautiful dog is dead. I have nothing to live for.
Listen, Mr. Petroff, you're clearly drunk, and if not sound mind or body.
You are drunk!
Ow!
Sorry!
It's Cassidy.
Oh, okay.
Look, there are many reasons to want to kill yourself, but ones you have suggested, they're not so bad.
My wife does not love me. That sounds pretty bad.
You have a lot of money.
What is money worth without Russian prime?
Well, what if I were to assist you?
In what?
If I were to take you by the lapels and give you that which you so desire?
No,
Death from the crow's nest!
I'm too cowardly!
Franklin, I don't know if you know who I am. Do you?
I've seen you in my room.
Yes, I helped myself in. Take a seat. You're married to a very beautiful woman. A woman who I am very fond of. And it strikes me that you'll do nothing to get in our way. So I'm going to tell you something very simple. When we dock in Morocco, I'm going to ask you to leave. I'm going to ask you to take everything you have with you. And I'm going to ask you to leave your life behind. You're an orphan now, Franklin. I own everything. And if you try to get in my way, I will crush you.
You talk to me like I do not know who you are, Mr. Caribbean. You talk to me like I have not built up an empire out of nothing. I have not used my own blood, sweat, tears, and oil to make this ship run. Yes, my oil makes your company. So you tell me to get out of your way, with my wife's way, whenever you insult my pride, sir.
I'll cancel our financial arrangement. I know that my cruise line is your biggest client for your oil business. If I take it out, you'll be nothing. You'll have nothing.
That is interesting. Because if I sold 51% of my stock in Caribbean Cruise, you would not have a company.
No. But I would have a lovely wife.
Sir Anthony, it's very interesting. They found the remnants of this croquet mallet in the propeller. This is what has been keeping us here all this time. It was the disposal of the murder weapon that stalled us in the water in the first place. I thought you would appreciate that as a writer. I haven't touched them at all. It's all well preserved. I don't know if you could pull any of your forensic tricks on it or anything, but...
It's curious that you refer to this as the murder weapon, since the murder weapon hasn't been ascertained.
Well, I mean, I assume it. When Susie came in, said it was missing, we knew it was a blunt object, and this was found in the propeller. You're not the only one with a deductive reasoning capability there, my Sir Anthony.
Are you sure it's not a slip of the tongue? A murderer trying to cover his tracks?
I'm a linguist, sir. I never slip my tongue.
We are now serving 11 p.m. nightcap. Coffee and crumpets.
Perfect! I could use a nightcap and some stimulating conversation.
That's right, since we'll soon be underway, now the feller is on jammed.
See you in the bar.
Yeah.
Cigar station's up here.
Closing time. Put away this. Your ex. Places you were.
I believe these crumpets are overdone.
Ah, you're all here.
We all like to drink.
And I knew a shortcut. In case you needed that explained. I see you don't, I'll continue drinking.
Well, I'm glad that we can all enjoy a nightcap. Now that the ship is on its way, we'll soon arrive at port, and the local authorities will be able to take off the ship the murderer. Put that person behind bars where they belong.
But how will the authorities know? How will the authorities know who the murderer is? We don't know who the murderer is.
There's no murderer.
Petronov, sit down!
I will do as I want.
The authorities will know who the murderer is because I will tell them who it is.
Oh, you figured it out with him?
Oh, yes.
Oh, excellent. Damn curious about it all this time.
You're real excited.
I want to know who killed the man I know.
What?
That's right, I'm not ashamed of it.
I want to know too.
then you and I are at opposing odds of a very similar spectrum.
You stop drinking! Not good for the baby!
What?
Did you say baby?
Yes.
I'm a grandfather?
You are the man who abandoned him?
I ordered
Perhaps everyone can just
Bitters at that.
remember, murder is an intellectual exercise.
So they killed him with their mind?
No, but it occurred to me that the murder would have to be quite cunning. It's odd that a man who travels incognito would be on a ship where all the people closest to him were and knew his true identity. Leads me to believe it's no coincidence. We're all here because you knew he'd be on this ship. You knew the man that you loved would be on this ship this time of the year. You knew you would confront him once again about your love for him. You would force his hand. Would he return it? Would he not?
I had to know, one way or the other.
If he didn't,
Definitively. Finally. Don't touch me, traitor.
if he didn't, you would strike him down in cold blood, wouldn't you?
No! I could never.
You could.
I could never lay hands upon him in violence, in anger.
You could lay hands on him.
I wanted to lay hands on him, but in a very different way. Softly, sensually, passionately.
You too, Isabella, could lay your hands on him. For you loved him as well.
Yes, I loved him.
But not in the way that he loved you. You see, he saw you as a sister figure, but you saw him as something much more. It's only one letter that you received from him, but you actually received all of them. It was only one letter
Please.
that he signed love for. That's the one you kept. You wanted him, but not as a brother or a friend, but as a mate.
Don't touch her.
And when he didn't return your love, you could have struck him down in cold blood.
No. He should have loved me. We spent every moment together growing up. I knew his heart. We had a start that was the same.
Yes, that's right. Both cut yourselves as a form of bond in a cold place, an orphanage. You knew that this act of cruelty and love would be something that you would keep with you forever. But then you met another man, a wealthy man, an oil man. And he gave you the love that your poor Paul would not. Yet you would never return it to him. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
I only have enough room in my heart for one man.
His Russian heritage makes him quite angry.
What do you mean by that?
No.
Oh, it's a statement.
You get angry very quickly when you found them together. You could read exactly what was happening between them. He was a spike in your relationship, and you were going to remove that spike by removing him. So with your huge Russian hands, you wielded the mallet.
No.
That's true. I wielded the mallet and I hit him.
You hit the dog. You were drunk.
He has horrible, horrible coordination when he is drunk.
They look the same.
The dog got out of your stateroom and found its way into the billiard room. You went in, hell-bent on killing the man who took your wife from you. But you were piss-drunk. You swung that mallet and hit that dog. When you heard that yelp, you ran out like a little scared boy.
You are a coward. I
You couldn't even throw yourself from the crow's nest. A man who wants to commit suicide would do it, especially a Russian man.
That is true.
Is it the Russian way? Of course my father did it.
Fluffy. Fluffy.
And what about you, Slick Susie?
What about me?
You say that it was tonight at midnight that you were going to play that game where the very, 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 very high stakes of death were in play.
Yeah, that's right.
But in fact, you played that game with him this morning. And you won. Meaning you had every right, under the European Billiards Code Force, to take what you had bet on that game, his life.
It's true, I did. I won fair and square.
Oh, and if Slick Susie could take a life, she would intimidate everyone. You'd be the world's best billiard player.
It's true. I would. Everybody would tremble to play against me. And I wouldn't have to pretend to be some nonsense rich lady anymore because I'd be a real rich lady.
Yes.
I'd be a real rich lady.
Swinging a pool cue is not unlike swinging a mallet.
Not.
Both have the same heft.
They're both balanced exactly the same.
That's correct. What about the singer? Who was his lover?
The whore.
It's the mother of my grandchild.
What about me?
The singer is your daughter.
David was my son.
He was the father who abandoned him.
Because they were
Generational genealogy. What is a right?
I just wanted to see what reaction that would get out of the
I did a bit impulse, got a little lost in it though.
You're his daughter. The Commodore's daughter. You didn't just abandon a son, you abandoned a daughter.
Yes. Yes, I did.
You sent them off to 2 different orphanages.
Yes, on either side of the world in hopes they would never meet.
But unlike how you left your son by giving him your watch, you gave your daughter nothing.
Not nothing, I gave her a name. She would be known as Cassidy Carnival.
It's a very festive name.
When Cassidy found out that she had a brother, she trained herself to be the best server, the best housekeeper, the best drink maker, the best bread shopper, so that she could get work on the finest ships in the Mediterranean, the Caribbean ships. In case anyone's confused. So she could get next to the man who got her father's love. And then when she discovered that her father had left this man everything, it was more than she could bear.
That's right. He took my rightful place in my life, and I wanted it back. That should be me in those black t-shirts and Levi jeans.
I could have gotten you your own. I could have gotten you
No,
your
you
own.
didn't, Father. You gave me the name Pasta Tajik.
I thought it was unique and it would build confidence.
And I knew his every move. I knew right where he would be in that pool room. And I came up to him. I walked in. He was too busy playing his game to even notice that I was even entering.
Oh, I didn't think anyone would be at the pool hall.
Of course. Let's just come in here to rock some balls.
Care to join?
No, I'm working right now.
Oh, well, pool helps me. I'm just so stressed right now.
Hey, that watch you're wearing, mean our father. Yes. And these cigarette ashes you always put in a cigarette tray. No! You took what's mine. You took my life.
No!
I was in another orphanage in Michigan.
Yes, that's right. You saw the mallet on the floor that Mr. Petronov had carelessly left there when he accidentally killed the dog. You used it to kill your brother. But you knew that mallet would be your undoing. So you took it with you, you wiped the titanium pool cue in the dog's blood. You took the dog with you too.
And I wrapped it in the garbage bag, put it in your room, just so you would know what happened.
Oh, he did know what happened.
Everyone thinks I'm quiet. Everyone thinks I'm not smart. You said it yourself, the smartest person on this ship only could have done this. You hear that? I'm the smartest person on this ship. Don't look at me with those sad eyes. I'm not sad.
Do you remember earlier when I was speaking to you and your father in the billiard room where the body was? And I asked you to engage me in an intellectual discussion of murder. I asked you to engage your minds.
Yes.
You got close to each other.
It was
You held each other's hand in only the way that a father and a daughter would hold hands. You knew she was your daughter. You knew she had killed your son.
Yes, of course I did.
So you took that mallet and you threw it over the ship. You thought it would be gone, lost in the ocean, but it got caught up in the propeller.
for me.
Yes. Yes, my sweet daughter, I did it for you. You see this? This is all my fault. I should have never orphaned you or your brother. Very bad parenting. And to further my mistake, I thought Michigan and Bolivia were on opposite sides of the world. Instead of in the same hemisphere.
Very landlocked place for you to be.
Shut your mouth.
So what we have is a murderess. And an assistant murderess.
No, he didn't.
He's guilty after the fact.
No.
If they're going to take you to jail, my sweet daughter, I want to go to jail with you.
No.
We'll go to Father Dumper jail.
I
I
see
think they
that.
have those in Norway.
And Texas, some parts of Texas.
I see that we're approaching the port of Tangiers. I will be relieving myself of this rapier with the local authorities. They will be waiting for you. The laws of Morocco will dictate your future.
It's a saber, but who's measuring the girth?